From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Daryl Clark. Stephanie Woodard has the evening off. Our top story this evening, the jury has returned verdicts on a Tok man accused of attempted murder. Benjamin McMurray was facing 8 felonies for a shooting that happened in Tok. Following a week-long trial, McMurray was found not guilty on the attempted murder charges and tampering with evidence charges, and the jury was hung on a single count of misconduct involving weapons in the first degree. However, the jury did return guilty verdicts for felony assault, reckless driving, misconduct involving weapons in the third degree, and violating conditions of release. According to charging documents, McMurray drove his vehicle at a high rate of speed past the other driver and then abruptly stopped in front of him. Next, troopers say McMurray opened fire. The victim of the incident also had a gun. He returned fire and injured McMurray. Another one of the Fairbanks teenagers accused of an armed robbery gone bad is set to take a deal with the state. Antoine Arazo was in Superior Court again this afternoon, but due to mistakes in the filing, his hearing was rescheduled for tomorrow. Arazo is one of 6 teens accused of robbing a man with a baseball bat and handgun for marijuana. According to court documents, Patrick Genter, Tyler Mullen, Cy Thomas, Harley Tweet, and Kyle Brown and Antoine Arazo entered into the man's residence to get pot to bring with them on a trip to Arctic Man. Today, defense attorneys for Arazo said he was not one of the 2 teens who was armed and stayed back while the others physically assaulted the victim. Arazo will appear again in Fairbanks Superior Court tomorrow. Trial has been rescheduled for a man facing over 40 felony charges. Levi Ratinsky was originally charged for an alleged burglary of a Chena Hot Springs Road residence, but has been in and out of court ever since. His most serious charges include attempted murder. According to charging documents, he robbed a home and later returned where he encountered the homeowner and attempted to shoot him. Luckily, the gun misfired and Ratinsky fled the scene. Trial for Ratinsky is now scheduled for January. A North Pole woman is facing felony charges after police say she fired multiple shots into a home. 48-year-old Bobby Joe McDonald is charged with misconduct involving weapons and criminal mischief. According to charging documents, McDonald fired 16 shots into the home of her estranged husband after getting into an argument with him when she went there to retrieve some items. Well, the Fairbanks Rescue Mission is ending its obligation to recycle materials for the Fairbanks North Star Borough by mid-2016. The Mission Recycling Center program started in 2009 and is a way for the nonprofit to help its clients overcome homelessness through consistent employment opportunities. To date, the FRM Recycling Center processed around 10 million pounds of material from the Fairbanks North Star Borough landfill. The Borough Assembly recently approved a $200,000 appropriation to draw up design and cost estimates for a comprehensive recycling program with a focus on private sector participation. FRM Executive Director Rodney Gaskin says the mission is opting out of the recycling business ahead of time because of a larger borough recycling initiative would divert its main priority to help the homeless.
We want to just continue to focus on people, and so we'll probably do something different that we'll be able to continue to have the jobs training and the career preparation that we do with the recycling center. We probably just move into kind of a different business venture or a different program to do that.
When we come back, the University of Alaska Board of Regents will be meeting this week with President Jim Johnson. Also, we'll tell you about a special Christmas tree downtown that helps the less fortunate cope with the winter cold. Stay with us. And welcome back. The University of Alaska Board of Regents will meet December 10th and 11th in the Butrovich building on the UAF campus. Now, public testimony will be taken from 9 to 10 a.m. Thursday and 10 to 11 a.m. on Friday. President Jim Johnson will talk about the strategy and principles behind an alternative budget development process he has initiated to ensure the university will continue to deliver quality programs and service in the likely case that the budget request the Regents approved in November is not fully funded by the state. In the coming months, he will meet and talk with audiences inside and outside of the university to guide strategic decisions such as where to make cuts and where to invest in highly successful programs. The Fairbanks School District-run Board Parent Engagement Committee is set to meet for the first time tomorrow. Fairbanks School Board members Lisa Gentry and Sue Hall are leading the committee with Gentry as chairwoman. The Board Parent Engagement Committee was established by the school board to foster parental involvement in district activities. The committee will be focusing on a task force with the objective of helping families establish effective communication, provide support for students, and help with curriculum-related events. The committee meets at 5:30 tomorrow in the school district administrative building. Christmas decorations are up and are going up everywhere, but there is a decorated tree outside the front door of the S Salon at 9th and Cushman that has some unusual items on it. In addition to the lights and ornaments, there are winter hats, scarves, and mittens hanging on the branches. They call it the warming tree, and it was put there to help people who need the items. S Salon owner Scott Allison said people walking in the downtown area that need the items to stay warm are free to take them. The shop has been conducting a drive to get items for the tree and asking their clients, friends, and family to donate cold weather clothing items.
The tree was a project that the staff wanted to do to provide for people that were a little less fortunate for the holiday season. So we came up with the idea of putting scarves and hats and gloves and socks on a tree so people walking in the downtown area could be provided with warmth. So we're calling it the warming tree. We wanted to give back to people in our community, and that's what we thought would be a good idea.
The University of Alaska Museum of the North is hosting a holiday gift drive for families this Christmas. The museum has partnered up with the United Way and Kindle Toyota of Fairbanks. The goal is to collect enough toys by December 21st to fill the bed of a Kindle truck. The museum is urging folks from the interior to bring in any new unwrapped toy this holiday season and put it under the UAF museum tree. They are accepting donations for children aged infant to teen and will take anything from large presents to gift cards.
We've been doing it several years here at the museum. This is the first year, though, that we're partnering with Kendall Toyota as well as the United Way to set a goal. We're looking for toys that are unwrapped, that for ages infant all the way up to 17 years of age. If you can help us bring enough toys in so that we can fill up that pickup truck, that would be great.
Well, our men and women in uniform often don't have the chance to wish their loved ones a Merry Christmas as they serve our nation. But when they do get to send their greetings, we want to spread that holiday cheer to you. Staff Sergeant Richard Cortez sends his wishes to his family here in Fairbanks from Camp Buring, Kuwait.
Hi, my name is Staff Sergeant Richard Cortez with Bravo Battery 17 Field Artillery. I want to give a holiday greetings to my family back in Fairbanks, Alaska. Tina, Izzy, Alex, Richard, Stasia. Hi, guys.
All right. Joe Cook is up next with sports and has some of the big headlines in the weekend. All of that plus another exciting I-5 interior top 5 plays after the break.
Welcome back, Interior Alaska. Joe Cook here with the weekend recap and local sports this Monday night. It's still relatively early, but the UAF men's basketball team is off to one of the best starts in years. Saturday, Alaska took on Central Washington, their second GNAC game before Christmas break. UAF was dominant. They led the Wildcats 46-24 at the half. Javonte Williams scored a game-high 19 points, 7 rebounds, 7 steals, and 4 blocks. Full stat line there. Bengali Kaba also had 7 boards to go with 17 points and 3 thefts. Zach Peterson added a career-high 13 points in his first year at UAF. Alaska rolls to an 82-71 win. They forced 18 turnovers, collected 13 steals, and held the Wildcats to 31% shooting. Alaska is 6-2 overall and 2-0 in the GNAC, their best start since the 2004-2005 season. Unfortunately, the UAF women's basketball team hasn't won an early GNAC game. Saturday, they lost 60-77 to the Simon Fraser clan in British Columbia. Kaylee Joel scored a career-high 30 points and grabbed 12 rebounds. Joel's 30-point game is the first for a Nanick in a GNAC game in 6 years, and she's just the 4th Nanick to do that since UAF joined the GNAC in 2001. Alaska drops to 5-5 overall and 0-2 in the conference. They will meet number 3 UAA for the first time this season this Saturday in Anchorage for conference game number 3. The Alaska Nanick hockey team fell victim to a WCHA team that had a special weekend after losing 2-4 on Friday night. The Nannicks were looking to bounce back against the Lake Superior State Lakers on Saturday night in Game 2. After the annual teddy bear toss in a scoreless first period, the Lakers scored their second shorty of the weekend to close out the second period as they had a 1-0 lead. UAF suffered injuries as well. Assistant captain Zach Fry, he took a bad hit. He had to be helped off the ice. Colton Sparrow, after a vicious hit, he went down as well. Nick Kossoff denied UAF 36 times for the shutout. It's the Lakers. They win this one 2-0 after a late empty netter. The Lakers outscored UAF 6-2 in the series. All 6 Laker goals were on the power play or shorthanded. Bittersweet for Fairbanks hockey fans. Alaska drops to 9th in the WCHA, but former Ice Dog Peter Spratty got a win in his homecoming.
Well, I mean, it's huge coming back here. I mean, you play junior hockey anywhere for 3 years. You obviously, get attached to the city, get attached to the people, make a lot of relationships, and, it's exciting to come back and see everything that I knew for 3 years of my life. And, it's great to come back and play in this rink and play against guys that I played with, play against guys I played against, and obviously the win tonight was huge for us.
Fairbanks Ice Dogs got back to their winning ways over the weekend. They sweep the Kenai Brown Bears 3-0 in Soldotna. Sunday's final was 6-2 in favor of Fairbanks. The Ice Dogs never trailed. Todd Burgess led the Ice Dogs attack with 2 goals and a helper. Clay Cross and Alex Maynard added 3 assists apiece. Fairbanks is 24-2 on the year. They reclaimed the Midwest Division lead, and they trail Wichita by 2 points in the overall NAHL standings. The Ice Dogs continue their long road trip as they face the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights this weekend. In high school sports, local rifle teams shot their way to regional titles over the weekend. The ladies ruled the range. The Hutchinson Hawks won the small bore title by just 2 points over Lathrop. Amy Gentry was the Hawks' top shooter, finishing in the top 3 of air rifle and small bore. West Valley's Delaney Reese, she won the small bore title with a 570 score. The Malamutes did win their 3rd straight air rifle title, led by Kelsey McGrath's 585, a personal best, and they also topped the overall score. It's the 2nd split in 3 years at the MAC Rifle Championships.
I'm just really proud of my team, because we put so much work into this year, and from not having last year and starting with kind of a fresh team, and me being the only senior, it was kind of, we kind of were the underdogs, but this year we really had to step it up.
Constant back and forth between a couple of shooters, between who's on top what day, and so getting the recognition for being on top today it's amazing. It's the best.
It just feels so great to be able to do this and be with such a good community of people, and everybody's so supportive. And it's just a fun community. I love it.
And we wrap up the weekend recap with a very exciting edition of the I-5 Interior Top 5 Plays. At number 5, we got wrestling. Lathrop's Zach Tolver gets the scoop, the slam, and eventually the pin as he wins by technical fall over Stanley Rogers on Tuesday as Lathrop wins 63-11 over West Valley. Number 4, Monroe's Dylan Steele goes coast to coast for a goal against Hutchinson on Tuesday. Steele scored a hat trick in a 6-1 win for the undefeated Rams. At number 3, I got your back. Nick Hens helps out freshman goalie Jesse Jinks with a save in Saturday night's 2-0 loss to the Lakers. Hens coming in at the last second to take the puck off the goal line. Nice play there. Coming in at number 2, we go to the court. UAF senior point guard Joe Slocum with a nifty no-look pass to fellow senior Isaac Ladinez, who finishes. That play came in Alaska's 77-72 GNEC season opening victory over NNU on Thursday. At number 1, support the troops. Check out this play from the Commander's Cup. Mr. McElvey knifes through the Army defense and scores from the slot for a second period goal. That score helped Air Force win 4-2 over Army for their 3rd straight Commander's Cup win on Saturday. To vote for the play of the week, click on your favorite play on the I-5 poll on webcenter11.com. You can also comment on the KTVF Facebook and YouTube post and at KTVF11 Sports on Twitter for your vote. The play of the week will be revealed this Friday.
The I-5 Sports Report is brought to you by Adient Orthopedic Physical Therapy.
And that'll do it for sports tonight. Thanks for watching. Mike Schultz is next with your full weather forecast, and we'll catch you next time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back into our Monday night edition of the Fbx Evening News. Mike Schultz with you once again talking about the weather. Hope you had yourself a good weekend. It was a lot colder than we were expecting it to be, although we had the inversion going on, so it wasn't too bad for the skiers, that's for sure, because they had a nice little warmer temperature experience up there. Our photograph for tonight, this was a special one because Charlie and Kathy Younger are at it once again. They've got their house completely decorated, all types of cool decorations and music going on. 4088 Birch Lane off of Fairbanks Street. And bring the kids there, have a good time, and by all means, check it out. And as always, if you have a photograph to share, send it to photos@ktvf11.com. And we're looking for those Christmas photos too, so keep that in mind. Once again, a reminder, our Fab Photo Calendar is still out at many places around the area, so keep that in mind. Your temperature today, 1 degree above the low last night, 15 below. The record high, 52 in 1934, but that 1935 year was a cold one. A record low of 59 below. Our sunrise and sunset, about 4 hours and 14 minutes. That is a loss of another 4 minutes from yesterday. And again, a reminder in the Fab Photo, like I said, they are out. Good stocking stuffers, quite a few areas, quite a few businesses, I should say, across the area still have them. So go to our website, webcenter11.com, and check it out and see where you can find one, the closest one to you. Our satellite and radar, again, showing the flow coming out of the southeast. When it comes out of that direction, again, the Alaska Range blocks most of it out. We just had some stratus around today, giving us a few flurries here and there, but all in all, nothing really strong expected to come our way right on through the week, and colder temperatures actually in the forecast for tomorrow. Speaking of temperatures and sky conditions, a little rain falling once again around the Juneau area. Cold rain, 33 degrees there, 43 at Ketchikan. Anchorage, 13 degrees for their high today. Kodiak, 42 degrees. Along the Aleutian chain, some cloudy skies at Cold Bay. Up and down the west coast in the single digits for Nome and Bethel. 21 below at Barrow, as the colder air definitely is poised to move into that area. And 13 below at Fort Yukon. Lower 48 weather, again, temperatures across the country showing that it's cooling down around the Pacific Northwest, but a lot of rain and snow in the forecast there. Nice weather over the western half of the country, and not too bad at Dallas, 68 degrees, lots of sunshine. Rain falling around Minneapolis, 46 degrees there. Over the eastern side of the country, looking at Chicago, only 38 degrees. Sunshine up and down the east coast till you get to around the Florida Peninsula, then some showers around the Miami area. On the satellite and radar, I should say, you can see the showers moving out over the Atlantic Ocean. Here comes the next big storm. It's a big one moving across the Pacific Northwest, bringing with it a lot of weather. In fact, so much that they're expecting tremendous amounts of snow and a lot of rain over the Pacific Northwest all the way through this week. And it'll be moving all over Washington, Oregon, into Northern California. All because the jet stream, once again, coming right down out of the north, and then diving down to the south, and then roaring across to the east and taking all that with it. And down to the south, it's warm, but to the north, it's cool and cold, or cold and snowy, I should say. All right, time once again for our kids' weather. And this week, we're starting off with another school. Tonight, we're featuring Pearl Creek Elementary School. And here's a young lady with a very nice poem.
Here is my poem. Winter. Winter is a time when snow falls, water freezes, and all is white. We hibernate while nature is put on hold. But the question is, when will spring arrive? Spring. Spring is a time when birds talk and plants grow. But the question is, how does Mother Nature do it without mankind's help?
Lady's got some talent. Watch for her in the future. Again, thanks to Mount McKinley Bank for sponsoring our kids' weather. And tomorrow night, another young lady will be here with a picture that she has of a storm in Nebraska. All right, here's your forecast for the rest of Alaska. For the northern sections, cloudy skies with flurries in Barrow, scattered clouds at Nome and Fort Yukon. Temperatures chilly, and over the interior, looking at morning flurries for Fairbanks, becoming partly cloudy by afternoon for Healy, and decreasing clouds for the Delta Junction area, with colder air moving back in. Over southeast Alaska, a little rain and snow for Juneau, scattered showers at Ketchikan, while over to the southwest part of the state, we'll be looking at rain for Cold Bay, showers for Kodiak, and just partly cloudy skies for Bethel. And down around the Anchorage Bowl, it looks like plenty of sunshine for Anchorage, mostly sunny skies in Homer, and more sunshine expected in Valdez, so good weather down there. Our forecast for the remainder of the night, not just cold, but we do have an air quality problem going on. Once again, Fairbanks in a stage 2, unhealthy for sensitive groups, and North Pole also stage 2 in moderate levels, so keep that in mind when you're burning the wood tonight and tomorrow. Tonight, overnight low, 15 below, cloudy skies, a few flurries possible. Tomorrow's forecast, cooler than it was today, 8 below, scattered clouds by afternoon, turning colder by evening. The overnight low tomorrow night could be close to 30 below in the low-lying areas. 9 below for the high on Wednesday, with partly cloudy skies right on through the rest of the 5-day period. Maybe a chance of seeing some light snow by Saturday. Temperatures, once again, pretty chilly, but leveling out a little bit better by Saturday and Sunday. Typical weather you would expect this time of year.
About your average, I would say.
Exactly.
All right, thank you, Mike. That'll wrap up this edition of the Fairbanks Evening News. We are glad you could join us.
Tonight on NBC Nightly News, the San Bernardino terrorists practiced at a gun ranch the day before their attack. That's up next with Lester Holt.
You can join us here 6 days a week at 6 and 11 or online anytime at webcenter11.com.
From all of us here at the News Center, have a great night.
Good night.